Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the show, The Golden Hour, on a brand new week, guys. We are from the busiest of weekends, and of course, we're so excited yet again to be back on your screens. Begui weekend Langkulu in the kingdom of Eswatini, and we hope that everyone had a safe time having fun at the Bushfire Festival for those that actually went. And of course, for those that were streaming on Eswatini TV, we're just saying we appreciate you guys so much, and of course, we love the support. But now it's back to business on the Golden Hour. Sitsinje. Hashtag Help Tuesday. Hashtag Umnanzik Baseka. It is good to be home. Today on the show, we're looking at something very interesting. We are celebrating Marketing Day. We are celebrating the people that, specialize in just getting your brand out there and getting people to know about your service. Marketing is very important. Right now, we're signaling for the digital marketing, where you can, market yourself or whatever your business is about or whatever your brand is about, because it's not just about businesses as well. It can be a personal brand as well. We're celebrating marketing as a platform that gets, you across, different platforms on social media. We're celebrating the fact that marketing is what motivates, customers to come in your business, or even like stakeholders to invest in your business. So we're looking at that today. We know that marketing plays a vital role when it comes to building your brand and also building your business, because if your business is not known out there, then it means that it's not going to get supported, basically. So it's very crucial that you understand all the dynamics when starting something, when building your career, and also when building your brand. Marketing is a very vital tool. And also one part of marketing that is also very important is the fact that you need to engage with the people, your target markets, that is. So I'm looking at that today, and of course we hope that you learn more about marketing, because it is a pursuable career. So welcome to the show. Of course, it is the Golden Hour. My beautiful co-host is here as per usual. Hello, Masangane.
I'm good. How are you?
Back.
Thank you. With a bang?
With a bang.
Yes. I'm fantastic, Tilu. How are you doing today?
I'm great, thank you.
I'm good. Bush Doctor on a Help Tuesday. We have so much to unpack today. And of course, that winter season is ready. It's a sakati winter, speaking of the fact that we're it will be even colder. So we have a gym set today for you, DIY. Now say Kai, what is it that you could do, to exercise your body? Around 6, so kuvuka 6 a.m. So what is it that you could do at the comfort of your house to take us through that gym set today on the Golden Hour? And of course, vaping, about tobacco, its benefits, pros and cons, if there are any pros, so stauva with dokotela namhla ehleni Golden Hour ukuthi kuhamba njani ehlangothini le tobacco ukuthi kangwane, when was the last time where you've heard of, maybe a tobacco shop, store, or maybe production, because it's cool sathi ukuthi bekakhona emasim lapho khona bekulinywa khona tobacco and sold for whatever purpose. So today we find out more about that. And of course, the biggest trend of vaping, or vapes, masifuna kuva ukuthi kukahle kukabi, for imtimba yethu, and especially looking at the fact that you have kids, 10-year-old, 12-year-olds. Vaping, is that even good for them as kids? So we have Peter Maguru today on the Golden Hour to take us through that. And of course, sine pool namuhla thini, we're learning the basics of pool.
I actually have tried it, and I was only able to score just once. And it looks like an easy sport, but that hole right there by the corner, you need to be very precise. How did you do?
I forgot to ask for my score from the coach.
Okay.
This guy that was teaching, these two guys that are teaching me. But meaning not 5 out of 10, because I really tried. I think I scored 3 times. I shot I shot holes 3 times. So I think 5 out of 10. Yeah,
that's a good score. That's a fair score.
Yeah. So they'll be taking us through the basics of pool. What is it that you need to learn? We are beginner. You're a dummy. You are pool. What are some of the things you need to take note of? And of course, speaking of today, being the 27th of May 2025, today is Sunscreen Protection Day, right? Especially around this time of the year, winter season. SPF, the lower, the higher chances of you getting your skin scorched by the sun. sun. So you need a very high SPF, your SPF 50 going up for you to protect your skin from the harsh rays of the sun. So kunenge lokondiwa ngeyo sunscreen yasivikela sikhumba sethu from so many things. Basho ukuthi after every 2 hours mhlambe you're at the beach, mhlambe uphumile playing out with friends, sport or anything of that sort, make sure that after 2 hours you just rub that sunscreen protector on your skin kuze kuthi sikhumba sakho siyasha. Kuyasita ke noma sokuyela endlini zami, just take a shower, kuyasuka konke lokho kusha lokho nangabe kukhona on your skin. So let's protect our skin. And so many types of sunscreen. Your sunshades, even your head, is a form of a sunscreen protector. Now if you're protecting your face, now if your sunglasses or shades, you're protecting your eyes from the harsh rays of the sun. Siyathi ke ukuthi kunetifo leti bese tiyabhedvuka ngesizathu sekuthi singanakekeli tikhumba tethu, tifo tetikhumba, high exposure to the sun, cancer, so that's how far that it goes, so make sure that you protect your skin from the harsh sun rays as it is today, Sunscreen Protection Day. What's your SPF? From your body lotion or just maybe your
SPF 50. I have specifically SPF 50, guys. And the one fact that you just said right now is the fact that you need to apply every 2 hours. For us, it's just one of those before you leave the house in the morning. And we hope it counts for something. But SPF
it does count, especially because usebenzela indoors. So, there's no high exposure to the sun.
Apparently, even sunscreen works just in for your skin to have, good health. You can apply your sunscreen just to get that glow. So SPF 50.
And pigmentation of the skin. So if you want to prevent high pigmentation of the skin, make sure that you regularly apply your sunscreen. What is it? Whatever, sports and blemishes and all that.
We highly advise, guys, that you use your sunscreen. We know that it is the winter season, but and of course your skin needs to be protected, because by summertime you need to show that you're actually protecting your skin because the sunlight and everything. So we hope that everyone is going to adopt this. Buy it. I know if you feel like you can't afford it, there's just that one for the face, because the face is just always out there in the sun. So we're hoping that on a Health Tuesday you have taken tips from us on how to protect your skin. We'll be right back after the break to learn more about the dangers of vaping with Peter Magulu Semogerere.
This is my first time here.
Hopefully it's my last.
My dear friends, here we are, all in our true colors. Your transfer papers, your key to the Mvule Kingdom.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I know.
Here are your clippers.
Who's in? We are prefects. We run this place. So let's act like it.
Solomon, the head prefect, quick. Is my collar straight?
You'll be out of Mvule High before you can pronounce the word scholarship.
We have a mystery to solve. The only way we can make a difference is if we stick together. When I'm head prefect, each and every student will have a voice.
You need to show that new squeak in Mvule.
I hate this school!
Eswatini TV has signed a code of conduct that is enforced by the Eswatini Communications Commission. We are committed to reporting news that is accurate, comment that is fair, and programming that does not amount to hate speech or the description of gratuitous violence or explicit sex. For any complaints of our programming, please contact us on 2411-9600 or email info@eswatinitv.co.za. You can also contact the Eswatini Communications Commission on 2406-7000 or write a letter to ECCOM on PO Box 7811 Mbabane. Email address is info@ecom.org.sz.
kude lesinye isikhathi ngaphandle kwalesi.
Aba research bafunze. Being risky means ukuthi nalokuwa kwayo kulula.
Nathi kufuna sente ukukhiqiza lokusebenzisa.
Welcome back to the show, ladies and gentlemen, on a Health Tuesday. Today we have a very special guest with us. We have Reverend Peter Semokerere, who's going to be telling us and teaching us more on the dangers of vaping. So Reverend Peter has a international certified addiction professional level 1, guys. And of course, he's from the Association of Students Against Drug Abuse and Trafficking. So basically, he's fit to be teaching us the dangers of smoking and how, as parents, as guardians, we can look out for that, especially because we know that it has been trending with our young kids in the house. Vaping is just something that can be done inside the house, even in classrooms, and of course it has its dangers. So today we want to find out more on how we can also be cognizant as parents, and of course what we can do to try and eliminate it or eradicate it in the kingdom of Eswatini, and of course we hope internationally. Hello Semokerere, how are you doing?
I'm well, thank you for hosting me.
Thank you for honoring our invite today on the show. This is the Golden Hour. Yes, can you tell us more about the association that you are currently working for? What you guys do?
The Association of Students Against Drug Abuse and Trafficking, SADAT, was founded in 1998 here in Eswatini. So we have 27 years or thereabout working in this field of substance use. We have young leadership. I'm just coordinator there. Working with a few adults. Otherwise, the leadership of the organization is made up of high school students.
Oh, is it?
Yes, and the current leadership is at Darisire High School. And our president is Mr. Luandle.
Mr. Luandle.
Shiba. Yes, but then the national patron is Her Royal Highness Nkosazana Magellan Tetesa. So we do counseling. We give advice. Because some people come, they just want advice, not this process of counseling. We do training. We do research. We are into what's it called, this crisis management. That's when people want to kill themselves. Basically, that's where it does that. And we're also into management of emergencies. Those are some of the services that we offer in that organization. They are basically free when we are funded. Now, if you're not funded, you know there are those expenses involved.
That's true.
Yes, please.
So basically, it's a safe haven for young people. Whoever has a problem, whoever is experiencing maybe suicidal thoughts, and all of those things that young people face, they can seek your services, basically.
Yes. But most importantly, before we talk about seeking services, they should become members of the organization. This is the organization. And then when they are there in that organization, then they learn. Because there is this, what is called currently evidence-based services or research or activities, you know. So one of those that doesn't work is sitting in church or in school or standing there and telling people about substance abuse. And also when people come, when you already have a problem, it becomes difficult. But when they join SADAT, they go for training. We give them seminars at their schools, or they come for workshops. They participate in leadership, decision making. So it's best they join instead of coming after they have problems.
Fair enough. That's a very valid point. Very valid. So today we want to learn more about, you know, some of the long-term effects and short-term effects of vaping, because we do know that it's just one of those e-cigarettes that you can carry anywhere and can be utilized anywhere. So can you talk to me about some of the long-term and short-term consequences of vaping?
Before we get there, let me point out that this year's theme for the World No Tobacco Day. Because every day, every year, on the 31st of May, there is this International World No Tobacco Day. And we started in 1987. So every year they have a theme. There's a theme around the world that is given by WHO, the World Health Organization, depending on the trends of tobacco use and policies around the world. So this year's theme is unmasking the fancy stuff that's put around the appeal. I think it's called the appeal.
Yes.
Unmasking that one. What makes young people want to use vaping instead of maybe smoking or doing other things.
Yes.
So that's what basically brings us to talk about vaping this particular time.
Yes.
Because the theme is on unmasking the appeal. Yes,
Okay.
please. So basically with the vaping, again, before I talk about the effects, let me just say this. There is a misconcept out there.
Yes.
Or some kind of misunderstanding. There is a lie that is propagated by the tobacco industry.
True.
That vaping helps people who want to quit smoking.
Yes, I've heard it. Yeah.
Now that one is totally false.
Yes.
And we must talk about it and loudly, as loudly as possible. The other one is that vaping is less harmful than smoking tobacco or cigarettes. We're talking about vaping here. I'm going to talk about the effects and all, but I want to give a broader introduction to this.
Okay.
Because if we talk about effects, somebody can go on the internet and just download those. But if you give it a background, then even when somebody goes onto the internet to download, they understand what they are seeing.
Yes.
They contextualize the effects we are going to talk about. Right. So saying that it is less harmful than smoking is also false.
Yes.
And we're talking about vaping, but there are other things as well, like the bubbly.
Bubbly.
Yes,
bubbly.
Something
yes.
like that.
Something, yeah.
Yes, you find especially young ladies seated around there,
yes.
You know, and thinking that they are doing no harm to themselves.
True.
Or when you talk to them, they say this is less dangerous. No, it is not.
Okay.
Then we also have heated tobacco products.
Yes.
Heated tobacco products.
Yes.
When you look at the gadgets, they look like e-cigarettes.
Yes.
So, but this one is not vaping. This one is vaping.
Okay.
And the heated tobacco products have tobacco in them.
Okay.
But the system will be the same because you'll get a vapor.
Okay.
But that is tobacco. Now, in the e-cigarettes, which are more common nowadays,
yes.
you have nicotine liquid.
Yes.
And then the other things that produce the heat,
yes.
and then you get the vapor.
Yes.
And those about 160,000 flavors. That sounds out of this world.
Okay.
Yes, that makes it attractive.
Yes.
That's the appeal we are trying to unmask now.
Okay.
And saying vaping is as bad as smoking.
Okay.
Only that we have been lied to.
Yes.
We've been sold a dummy too.
Okay.
Now, why do I say this? The moment there is nicotine in a product, that product is dangerous.
True.
Now, you may not have the tar or some other things that are in tobacco when you light it, but then there are some other substances that you'll get when you are inhaling this nicotine, irrespective of how you are getting it, as long as it is through the mouth.
Okay.
Now, the effects, therefore, are going to be the same as for somebody who is using a cigarette.
Cigarette, yes.
Now, here is the a small trick. It is true that vaping has less nicotine and less of those things than a cigarette.
Yes.
That's true.
Yes.
But then it has more of other chemicals that you don't even find
in a cigarette.
Yes. So this is manufactured and so on and so forth.
Yes.
So there are certain chemicals that are coming up when people are using that and inhaling those ones as well. So we must be aware of this as well.
Okay.
But now, I'm not running away from this direct question of the effects. I usually don't want to answer those questions, which one can download on the internet. But I want to give that background for somebody to understand this clearly.
Okay.
If we had 2 bottles here, I want to put a third one. If we had 2 bottles, have this one says poisonous. This one says less poisonous.
Yeah.
Which one would you choose? If you have the option of not choosing any.
If you have the option of not choosing any,
Yes.
then just don't choose any.
Because I would like the viewers and listeners to understand this. Saying is less harmful does not make it unharmful.
Yes.
And the number of factors why nicotine in vaping or nicotine in a cigarette affects one individual differently and another one differently. You have to put all those factors together.
Okay.
Now, if you have vaping and you think you are taking less nicotine, but how often are you smoking?
Yes.
How many times are you vaping?
Yes.
Can't that make up for what you do with puffing in a cigarette?
Yes, that's true.
Now, let us go back to the quick thoughts. But again, there is some caution here.
Yeah.
When you check the internet, many times it's full of stuff.
Yes.
You can put the question there and you get 10,000, for instance,
Yes.
pages or posts saying this thing. But look for WHO. Look for the World Health
Yes.
Organization pages
Yes.
or sites.
Yes.
Or look for the Centers for Disease Control, those pages. Yes. Nausea,
Yes.
nausea, this feeling of somebody wanting to vomit.
Okay.
And then as time goes on, but within the short term, one can also get withdrawal symptoms.
Okay.
These are the reactions, we call them unpleasant
Yes.
reactions of the body to the absence of nicotine, if I'm specific now to vaping.
Okay.
Now, in the long time, these are being studied, but because there is this nicotine that we already know about,
Yes.
and some studies have already indicated, you are likely to get certain cancers, about 20 of them.
Okay.
Because in this vape, there are some carcinogens. There are
Yes.
some substances which are known to cause cancer.
Okay.
So how much will that happen later as people continue using, if they do actually?
Yes.
We may get a worse situation
That's true.
than for tobacco. For tobacco, we know because it's been here for a long time.
Yes.
Studies have been made. We know how many people it kills and what have you. Otherwise, nicotine in general, not vaping only.
Yes.
So here we talk about tobacco products in general, okay? 80 million people die every year.
80 million,
8
that's such
million
a
people
big
die.
number.
And you may be interested to know later what is the side, whatever secondhand smoking does to these people who don't smoke.
That's true.
Yeah, like your family people smoke and so on. Of those 8 million people
Yes.
that die because of tobacco products, 1.2 are non-smokers.
Oh, 1.2.
1.2 million people die a year.
Okay,
because of
1.2 million. That's such a
second-hand
big number.
smoke.
I definitely do feel like it's hazardous. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. You see, now I'm invested in the conversation and I want to keep knowing more about it. I like the fact that you did give us a background. And I think we are probably going to have like a follow-up interview because I want to find out specifically why these things are being passed out and put in the market when they have been proven or studies are being done to show that they are very hazardous. How does that even happen? How can we step in, or World Health Organization or different health organizations that can step in to put an end to the fact that they must be produced and put out in the markets because they are hazardous, right? But anyway, we've run out of time. We hope that we'll get to have you again before they chop my head off, Reverend. It's been lovely to have you in studio with us. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our conversation on vaping, the effects of it, a little bit of background on how it can be so harmful. This is Reverend Peter Semokere, and we hope that there's something that you learned from the conversation, and we hope that we'll get to have him sometime again to continue the conversation. But unfortunately, right about now, we have to go for an ad break.
Welcome to Eswatini Lifestyle. This is your ultimate guide to the entertainment, to the lifestyle and the culture of Eswatini.
Eswatini Lifestyle. Eswatini Lifestyle.
Eswatini Lifestyle.
From 6:30 to 7 p.m. On Eswatini TV, sibuko semaswati.
On Eswatini TV, sibuko semaswati.
Dive into a thriving and diverse art scene. Simply follow our hosts in Artsy Africa.
Come with me.
6 African cities, so many voices. What attracted me was the large canvas for expression. These artists are reshaping how we see contemporary art. Artsy Africa.
Have a look.
The vibrant series on DW.
Eswatini TV has signed a code of conduct that is enforced by the Eswatini Communications Commission. We are committed to reporting news that is accurate, comment that is fair, and programming that does not amount to hate speech or the description of gratuitous violence or explicit sex. For any complaints of our programming, please contact us on 2411-9600 or email info@eswatinitv.co.za. You can also contact the Eswatini Communications Commission on 2406-7000 or write a letter to ECCOM on PO Box 7811 Mbabane. Email address is info@ecom.org.sz.
Welcome back, Sorosehleni Golden Hour. #Umnazeka. It is good to be home. It's No Tobacco Day. Siyabonga kakhulu, Reverend Peter Makulu, for taking us through an important lesson about tobacco and its products. Its tobacco products. It faga dona ekhathi de vaping, which is a popular trend amongst a lot of young people. Nabadzala siyabona nabo seba adopt, seba vape. Umbona tshekele eceleni a vape, aqhubeke nempilo like nobody's business. So we carry on with the show as it is a Health Tuesday today in Nepsika nabobunjena. Ewe uthina uthi flu kancane bathi yey hamba gym. Le flu le nayibonga ukuthi awujimi. So today sithe as gym. Nathi stop as gym. I will be throwing it out and back, you know, on the Golden Hour today on our set. Sijima nathi joining Mlondi and his friends as they take us through a simple, you know, gym routine that you could also even try it at the comfort of your home. Asesingene ejimini sibona ukuthi khamba kanjani nathi sako shitsha.
Babukeli be-Golden Hour emakhaya. Libito lami ngingumlondi ngwakamsibi fitness coach la ekwaluseni emvasi. Namhla-ke sila sitogima sitokwenda sisu stomach ma-abs. Sisu sethu sihlale si-right sikahle kahle sincama hayi lokuba sibe nemkhaba. So sikuze sitokulwa netifo letiningi tekugula emtimbeni wethu. So sibenzani kanye nathi siphushe sisu sethu sibulale mafutha sibone lokunye kutolandzela kutoba mnanzi konke simaswati nje sihlale siphilile si-healthy sibe ne-movement lesheshako nje whatever silesikwendako konke because lokho silisu lesisendako nje sibulala konke kungqola lokungekhathi kuyancibilika kuyafa loku-useless siyafoma siphume konke kungqola. So babukeli lokho lesikwendako namhla kumnanzi kakhulu sijoyineni sihambe nani siyabonga.
All right, those are simple exercises that you guys can try out in the comfort of your own home. I like the fact that the lady in the middle knows what she's about, guys. Ngivangazo say she's representing us, even for us that, you know, can't even attend gym like that or even show up for gym like that, but she's definitely, you know, one that is definitely fit, guys. So I like the fact that she's just in between, guys, and she's doing her thing, and that can, like, that goes to show that, you know, if you're a girl and you want to start gym, you can literally start.
Yeah, she's quite strong. She's quite fit. Now go to the other guy on the left side of her. You know, it's quite interesting. So yeah, that's our exercise 101 on the golden hour today. And of course, you know, I was gonna talk like a story Sake a bit, because you know what, she used to be like big size. You know, after giving birth to a third kid, she was really big, right?
That time she doesn't even look like she has a kid at all.
Yeah, you wouldn't even tell. Yeah, she has 3 kids, but yeah, quite inspirational.
Definitely.
Yeah, wonder, right?
Wonder, guys.
Yeah. So with that said, on the golden hour, let's take a quick break. Nasibuya siyaqhubeka.
Welcome to Eswatini Lifestyle. This is your ultimate guide to the entertainment, to the lifestyle and the culture of Eswatini.
Eswatini Lifestyle.
Eswatini Lifestyle.
Eswatini Lifestyle.
From 6:30 to 7 p.m. On Eswatini TV, Sibuko Semaswana.
On Eswatini TV, Sibuko Semaswana.
Eswatini Eswatini TV has signed a code of conduct that is enforced by the Eswatini Communications Commission. We are committed to reporting news that is accurate, comment that is fair, and programming that does not amount to hate speech or the description of gratuitous violence or explicit sex. For any complaints of our programming, please contact us on 2411-9600 or email info@eswatinitv.co.za. You can also contact the Eswatini Communications Commission on 2406-7000 or write a letter to ECCOM on PO Box 7811 Mbabane. Email address is info@ecom.org.sz.
Welcome back to the show, #Umnanzi. It is good to be home, right? We've learned about vaping, we got physical, now we are trying out something different, something out of the comfort zone of my beautiful co-host, guys. So basically, she took it upon task to say, agahambe, ayofunza pool. So this one, we're calling it pool for dummies or pool for beginners. If you want to learn how to play pool as a girl and you want to, beat the guys at the sport, make sure that you check out this, easy step-to-step or step-by-step lessons by Nokpila and her coach. Let's see how that actually went.
Another day, another sport, right? So namhlangela pool club. I'm gonna call it a pool club because this is where you find your nakabalekile nje bay. Yathi usidomthola la pool club in Mbabane ngala ngakubekisela as we continue with the show. But today I'm here to learn a particular sport. One of the most underrated sports in the country, pool. I don't remember the last time never was a national competition here pool, and we have competitors going outside the country to represent the country pool. But I'm excited today as a beginner. Beginners for 101, trying to try my hand on pool today. I'm super excited on the golden hour, and of course I'm joined by an amazing person. He's my coach of the day, Bongani Mohammed. Hi Bongani, welcome to the show, the golden hour.
Hi, we're also happy ukubona nifike endaweni yethu. Siyacabanga ukuthi baningi abantu batawubona umdlalo wethu ukuthi kanti umnanzi kanjani.
Okay, so we'll find out ukuthi umnanzi mbamba yilo mdlalo. Ipool kangwane ifike nini kangwane nje as a sport, official sport, evenda kangwane.
Ngingathi inesikhathi but besingayidlali competitively, siphutile lokho realize ukuthi ibe ne problem yokuthi kucala kwayo we all initiated le game kuma sporting ma bars, so yase iba nele stigma sekuthi abantu labadzala bebangajabuli ukuthi abantu ababo bayodlala lo mdlalo mabhareni because kutase kubanika lamanye ama habits lama. But nje nyalo kungabala ukuthi dating back maybe 10 years lesibuyele emuva sesiqalile ukudlala ipool competitively etindzaweni leti njengaleti leti free from drugs no alcohol. So nje nyalo I believe we are in a better position yalo mdlalo.
So take us through the basics, of pool, for anyone lofuna usatile sporty like from point zero. From scratch, yini kwaqala la kumele ngikwadi ngiphathani nangita, for my first class pool class.
Okay. Ngicabanga ukuthi kumajor nje kufuna wathi ukuthi ipool idlalwa uba nalendvuku we call it cue stick. Yes. Ingele kanjeni. Then you have le chalk. Lo ukhanza ukuthi uyismoothisha ngayo la ipool ngotodlala. Every time you hit a shot uyabuya usmoothisha tokhona lokuthi udlale ngayo.
So smoothing lokuyismoothisha kusho ukuthi ihle iba rough in a way. While usaqhubeka udlala.
When you hit bese iba blunt nayo ngalokuthi yes kufuna bese uyophinde uyayichoka ukuthi tokhona udlala.
Oh, okay. So now besides the stick and smoothing the tip of my stick, what else do I need to know?
The basics will be ukuthi nje uyibamba njani le ndvuku.
Okay.
ukucathuda kwalomdlalo lokumqoka kakhulu nje ukuthi ukhona kuyibamba lendvuku wathi ukuthi ucomfortable kanganani lokuthi so ungakhipha ishot ushaye.
Okay. So ipool nje naltafula le pool idlalwa abantu labangaki. Ngiyibona sebabaningi ngibe a bit confused ngila game it's a bit confusing. I wouldn't want to play the game but idlalwa abantu labangaki pool.
No, ipool idlalwa ngo2 abantu. Kushiyana ke ngalawo ma-tournament but still vele etafuleni kuba na2 abantu. Because noma ngabe niyadlala nidlala ama-doubles kuya munye ashaye akhweshe kubuye partner wakashaye. So basically kuba no2 vele abantu laba basetafuleni bakushaya.
Okay, so what makes it look like iphuli ukanze ukuthi bayidlala cishe isikhathi lesidze half of a day the entire day bantu ba pool table solo bayadlala le game suku isolingapheli noma kusuke kuyi competition kusuke kwendekani
isikhathi lesiningi kuvama ukuthi kube ma tournament ngoba noma nje sidlalela without a competition kuyashintshana ngivele ukhange ukuthi nje kudlala 2 abantu nakungasiyo a tournament noma yini kudlala 2 abantu kube nemali ukhanze kushaya imali la etafuleni kuba ama challenges leyo ukuthi lo winako kulandzela lomunye lo winako kulandzela lomunye kangaka kuze kuqhubele isikhathi and ke kuma tournaments uthola lokuthi ngawuthi nje kunema races ladlalwa kakhulu ukuthi sidawuthi nje sidlala a race to 5 mina nawo lofika kucala ku5 so winile kanjalo nema teams kuyekwendeka kube nema team events ukhanze ukuthi I team ke niba ngu5 per team na 5 ngala udlala na wonke umuntu kule opposition so that is about 25 frames ngiko ke lo ubona ngathi isikhathi sibathi
kuba yimpen okay so now how do you handle umuntu ofika kokucala yanikhanzani banengi la nonke nayati le pool but na ifuna kutofunza nimthele ekhathi emfuleni adlale nani noba nimenda kanjani
ngakubethela nje la ngabona la matafula ahlukene kathathu then nje lesidlala kiso sikhathi lesiningi kuvama ukudlala laba labasaqala kudlala nangala but lekucaleni la uvama ukufika lekucaleni nje uthi uyafika nje on a normal day uyokhanze ngathi buye kudlalela abantu lasecishe bawadi lo mdlalo bayagroupana abantu impilo iba kanjalo nalomunye nje nakangafika lana afika khanze kudlala labo ufike ukhanze sesikaphula hlale eceleni because uva ngathi ayi ngidabati competition.
Okay what makes the white ball especially the white ball amacashata labovu ukuthi ibe like more like the center of attention why do I have to use the white ball cha ongena lamanye amabhola
asengikubeke ukuthi kwakhiwe ekuqaleni in the beginning ukuthi white ball ngiyena lo controller ko lo usebenzisa yena to the other balls then you won masushaya play inature ngathi ukuthi kuyinature noba kuyini because black always waba na white kuye kube kanjalo but the rules of the game athi vele cue ball we call it a cue ball because you use it
it's a cue ball
it's a cue ball yes you cue ngayo in anything you do you use the white ball.
Okay, now what is your advice to anyone that wants to, start their journey in pool? Funakala, they're a beginner. Uthi nami ngifuna ukungenela ipool ngeva bathi kunemali lekhona kuyawinwa uqala apha ubhekaphi.
Okay, I would encourage people especially in the assistant Mbabane to come to this facility. We are always ready to assist. And we still want more players, especially ladies. We are short of ladies in this game.
Ladies' house. Then now, finally, nyalo ke le sport sesikuphe vele la kangwane nokuthi mina ngibenefita kanjani udlala ipool.
Okay, it starts as a sport. Kuba passion yakho ukuthi how far you want to go because uyativa mawudlala into ukuthi lona ngiyayithanda noma yini mina nje ngidlala imidlalo lemibili okay ngeke ngadlala ibhola to a higher stage level but lensito yami kakhulu ngiyeva ukuthi ikakhulu la etafuleni and somehow ngiregret ukuthi I spent more time ebholeni lengabe nga improve kakhulu kulo mdlalo lo.
Is there an age limit? No? Cala longakanani kugcine at what age dlala ipool?
No, kude i-age limit kakhulu. Nyalo nje we encourage usually baqala ko 13 bantwana lesinabo. I have a team nje from 13 to 18 bafana labadlala ko competitively.
Okay.
Kude ke retirement age because at the age of 50 we still playing nema masters, nema 40 nema categories of seniors.
Okay.
So you can play pool till you decide to.
Till you decide to quit.
Alright, so that's how Pool wins. But like he's busy scoring and her opponent rather was busy scoring a lot, guys. But it's not Pilo scored 3, so much cousin.
Yeah, I can't long in the pass. I'm shouting by and really like Vetema Goli, but it's okay. It's nice. Life goes on. I booked that guy.
Yes.
I've been forgot to ask his name, but yeah, we played quite a beautiful game. Yo, pool is interesting, Tilu.
Very.
I'm gonna tell you my feeling after playing the sport. You know, it has a feel good. You know, after effects.
Yes.
You know, that feeling that you get after playing. You know, the sport. You just feel good. If you want to relax and unwind and just, you know, loosen up. You know, Nangaba, you had a hectic week or whatsoever. Just go there. It's more like a chilled sport. You know, you have to work that back, of course. You know, because we are Kobana cool. You know, it's quite an interesting sport. So yeah, I promised them to think they'll be up.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe on a nice Saturday, you know, yeah. I'm gonna go there.
Yeah, I think I will try it definitely, guys. So that's, you know, pool as a sport, and we hope that you actually enjoyed seeing Nokpila in action and trying out something different that she hadn't started or she hadn't, you know, done before. So it's quite interesting to watch. Right about now, it's time for us to take a look at what happened today in history. So what happened in 2023 is the fact that the 13th Thabo Mbeki Africa, basically it's a lecture basically on Thabo Mbeki and how he played a role into fighting apartheid, was held in Equatorial Guinea, if I'm not mistaken. And of course, we are celebrating him as a pioneer of, you know, just being an activist against apartheid. So he started this initiative whereby so we are about the history of Africa, particularly what happened in South Africa during the time of apartheid.
Yeah. Okay. And of course, Walt Disney launched Three Little Pigs for the first time ever. Three Little Pigs, if you don't know the story, you need to find out and research a bit more about it. And of course, because of time, we have to love and live you today on a Tuesday on the Golden Hour, September. Reverend Peter Maholu Nfunzile Chima, and Afunza also the basics of, you know, playing the game of pool. Stabuyak Sasa on a Family Wednesday on the Golden Hour.
Good night.
Good night.
You so down. madness at Hi-Fi Corp with savings on your favorite brands. Get the HP 15S AMD Ryzen 5 laptop for only $9,999, save $2,000. Or this Toshiba 65-inch 4K QLED Smart TV for only $7,999, save $2,000. Or this Defy 386-liter chest freezer for only $7,499, save $800. Price is valid until 3 June 2025. T's